Hey everyone, and welcome to another hobby vlog. So I think it's basically just going to become a habit on this channel that I start recording the video that goes up on Tuesday morning. Because here I am again. But with that in mind, as you can see, this is not what was planned for today. So I mentioned in the last video I was going to be doing a Venom crawler, and I still am. But I remembered I had these guys sitting around. So I'm currently in the middle of building up a 1,000 point list for my chapter. And it requires 6 Eradicators. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to buy some. Next chance I get. And I remembered I already had 3. They are a bit worse for wear, but I had 3. So I sat down it took me about a day. I just sat down and I painted these guys up. And of course, I did give them the multi-melt option when I originally built them, because why wouldn't I? But yeah. So I'll just run through them really quick with you. Yeah, as I've said before, my chapter are salamander successors, so there's just no way they're not going to be loaded up with melta and flamer weapons. I really like how the Vallejo dark aluminum came out on these. It looks really good, really striking, really nice and bright, but it still dulls down pretty well too. But yeah. So again, as I've said, these guys were not planned, but it's also been a couple months since I painted up any Space Marines, like any of my actual Space Marine chapter, not the traders. So I figured, once I realized I had these guys, I figured it'd be a nice break before I go on to do the Venom crawler. But one thing to note is something about my chapter is changing. I'll go over it in a minute. But yeah, these particular models have been stripped down and repainted twice before this. So that's why you got a lot of like messed up details. Like you can't really see the face grill on his helmet. And some of the shoulder pad trims look a bit chunky. Not chunky, they look textured a bit. Like right there. These models have seen some tough times. But I think I did about as good a job as I can working on these. But it's been a lot of fun. It was good getting to do some Marines again. Next thing I buy for Marines will... See, I'm not sure. Might be another squad of these, or it might be a squad of Inceptors. But we'll see. I do have a big kit bash planned for Inceptors that I will go over when that is relevant. But yeah, so you give me one moment. I'm not going to show you the Venom crawler yet, but I do have something to show you. So if you give me 1 second, I'll be right back. And as you can see, I have a transfer sheet. This is going to be the chapter badge of my Space Marines. An offshoot of the Black Dragons chapter badge. You're not going to be able to really see the small ones. So, here's the big ones. But yeah. So, oh shit, lost focus. The thing that is changed for my chapter is their name. As you guys have known, they are called the Astral Drakes. I have changed their name to the Drake Wardens. It's a little less generic than Astral Drakes, and it also directly pertains to some of their lore. So, I felt it was a fitting change. I didn't really have anything super set in stone for them yet anyway. So, there's that. And there's a cat. Oh, she wants attention. Hi, Binks. I know, I just fed you, and now you're in cuddle mode. She's a good girl. But yeah, so, with that in mind... Actually, no. With that in mind, doesn't make any sense here. I'm not cutting this. You guys can hear me ramble. But, yeah. So, not really too much else to add. I have the chapter badge. I'm very excited to start working on it, working on these guys with it. This thing comes with 120 shoulder pad badges, roughly. And, God, I don't even know. Those are like the slightly bigger ones that work for Gravis Marines. And Terminators. Like, God, they give you so fucking many. One sheet could probably do a whole battle company. So, yeah. Gotta pick a week in which I'm gonna just sit down and start applying these transfers onto my guys. But yeah, so be right back with the final shot. And I'm back. Thankfully, this video is almost over. My throat is dry as fuck. I need a drink. So, but yeah. So, not really too much else to add. I got some Eradicators done instead of the planned Venom Crawler. And I have a chapter badge for these guys now. But yeah, so that's all I really have for you guys today. Next week, I should have an update on the Venom Crawler. And maybe something else. There's another secret item sitting in the wing waiting to be shown. But yeah, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.